Chibaduguda, chibaduguda, katika chibalume dala dala.
Halima Namakula grew up in Kampala's Kalere suburb. Her story is that of a suburban girl who grew up too fast. It begins in Senior 2 when she conceived and had her firstborn child, Hemdi Chiwanuka. She was 15 years old.
And I went back to school, tried one more time, got pregnant again. Got pregnant again.
She brought forth her second son, Rashid.
I learned how to space after that.
7 years later, she had Christopher and later Rachel. Despite the stigma, stares and shame, Halima went back to school after the first baby, largely because her family encouraged her to do so. Her mother was her greatest support.
She said, we need to deal with it. And that's what I tell all the parents. Whatever happened to your daughter, happens to your daughter, you deal with it together.
She has raised other children she calls her own, including musician Halima Namakula. Halima says her husband was the late Samuel Semala Chiwanuka, a former MP in Kalangala district. She joined him in the US when she was 18. He returned to Uganda a little later and passed on in 1994 after a boat he was traveling on to Kalangala Islands blew up. She was 34 years old.
He's the one that made me who I am today. He loved me for real because he could have left me here, but he went to US and he came for me as he promised.
But I tell her there is a man who has claimed on the internet that he is the father of her first two children.
Why would somebody start claiming at the end? Why didn't you come? If you knew me well and you know where I am, why wouldn't you find me?
21 years after the passing of her husband, Halima shyly intimates that she is married again.
I'm not that single. I just don't show my man. I just don't do. I chose not to. For me, if you don't look too hard, you will not see.
After a short stint at City High School, Halima did tertiary education in the US and obtained a diploma. She then proceeded to University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, but dropped out in the first year after her husband died to concentrate on raising the children.
You can have all the education if you don't have common sense. You are nothing. So the education that I have is enough to add on the common sense, because I've seen so many people that work for me and they have degrees and they can't even compose a letter.
Her husband had done his best to ensure that his family maintains their livelihood when he's gone. She managed to get all the children through school. Most of these children went into the arts, which at the time was looked down upon.
As a parent, let them be, but guide them. Let them be. Talk to them, know what they want. Let them achieve what they want to achieve and be a part of it. Be their friends more than a mother.
As a musician, Halima purposefully sought respect in her career. It is no wonder she is referred to as the mother of local musicians.
I said, before you call me Omodongo, you think twice. Those are just badongo because you are a musician and you eat last when you go to a show. You sit in the back because you're Omodongo. No, Halima sits in the front because I'm here to entertain you.
Halima's earlier music was quite popular, but many people thought it was a little childish and unserious. But she has no regrets.
Whoever thinks it's childish, it made me money. And I can sing it again and again, and it still makes me money because everywhere Halima goes to perform, if I don't perform Chimbeo, Halima was not around.
She has not given up singing. She is in studio cooking something. Halima is concerned that some musicians put the focus elsewhere, not on their music.
You look at Rema, she's always fully dressed. You look at Rachel, she's always fully dressed. It's not the body that people want to see. They can see the curves. It's the voice they want to see and the sincerity on your face.
Music has brought many intangible things to Halima.
Being famous helps a lot even if you don't have a penny. Because if you are in the line, they'll pull you out of the line and they say, oh, Halima, come here.
A few years ago, inspired by her experience as a teenager mother, Halima founded WAWI, Women at Work International, along with a few friends. The organization is dedicated to helping the girl child, disadvantaged women and men as well. It runs Hannah's Club that seeks to empower young girls.
We teach them how to make a difference between a teacher who is making a pass at you and the teacher who is being serious. Being careful with their fathers, because fathers are also abusing their children.
The organization is currently focused on fighting fistula. WAWI has secured several sponsors, including UNFPA, which pays the hospital bills for fistula victims, and BIDCO, which gives the survivors basic necessities.
This is a serious, a silent killer complication that women will not tell people that I'm smelling because I have fistula, and probably they don't know the word fistula because even I found out about fistula later.
Halima hopes WAWI can significantly help bring down fistula cases in Uganda by 2020. She was once chosen to represent Uganda in the Mrs. World competitions in Vietnam in 2009. At 55, Halima says her beauty secret lies in drinking a lot of water and walking for an hour every morning. Recently, she was recognized as one of the 100 women that make a difference in the world. Josephine Karunji, NTV.